Many thanks for staying with us in the news. Now, to a rather sad story, a development that we have been following. The Great Nigeria building, which caught fire last Wednesday, continues to pose a danger to residents and traders as smoke is still billowing from the structure. News Central's Victor Mbadike reports that traders are attempting to gain access to the area, despite it remaining cordoned off by the police. Now, while some are still mourning their losses, others are eager to return to their businesses. Victor is in standby right now to give us an update on that. Victor, we can still see that the building is emitting a bit of smoke, even days after, the fire outbreak. Why is that? Have they checked around to see that there's no fire anywhere anymore?
Well, funny enough, okay, thanks, Blessings. While I was even coming down to this place, I had seen the building emitting smoke from as far as, the Third Milan Bridge. That's to tell you how bad the state of the building is. Don't forget that this happened sometime on Wednesday last week, and 6 days after, we still have this building, the Great Nigeria insurance house, still emitting heavy smoke. As a matter of fact, you still have a pocket of fires here and there. We did meet with some fire service officials, of course, who would not want to talk to us for reasons best known to them, and they did tell us that they returned this morning to see the state of the building and carry out their own investigation and see what they can do henceforth. So they clearly, as you can see, what you see is a heavily charred remains of the 24-story building of GNI. These, as a matter of fact, where we are right now is even unsafe because officials have told us repeatedly not to get close to this building because it could fall off at any time. But the buildings, if you check it closely again, it's almost collapsing, partially collapsed. As a matter of fact, every floor of the building is heavily affected. Look at the iron rods all charred and just exposed. This building, Blessing, very soon will either collapse itself or officials will have to take it down by themselves. But the implication of this is the fact that Martin Street, where we currently are, is currently on that lock. Nobody is allowed in here to do business. If you look around me, all of the shops are on that lock and key, Blessings. I mean, while other persons have returned to work, returned to selling their clothing, their shoes, their bags, and all of that, the unfortunate ones who sell on this street may not, have to, resume business because of this fire incident. You can see all of the shops are locked, including to my left as well. All of the stores are also locked because the police will not even allow any of them coming here to continue business. Of course, it's understandable. It's for their own safety as well. I did try speaking. I'm trying to walk up to where they are cordoned off to see if I can talk to a few of them. But I did speak to them earlier on to ask them why they are still here. Why are you still hanging around? And they are clear. I mean, the Christmas holidays are over. They should go back to business. Today is Monday, for crying out loud. But they wouldn't be allowed to even get their stuffs out and see how they can spread their wares outside of this vicinity and sell. But they will not even be allowed to go in. So, Blessed, that is the update. As a matter of fact, all shops are locked on Martin Street. The building is still emitting heavy smoke. What you see around are littered dirt and then littered remains of goods that of course suffered the fate of the incident. 6 days after, Blessings, it's really an unfortunate event here on Lagos Island, Martin Street. Having lost, we understand that many who intended to travel during this Christmas could no longer travel because of these very heavy losses. So we see how the police officers around still here. We understand they've been here since the last 3-4 days. Lasema bus, as you can see just right in front of me, is still here. They would begin, they'll continue their evacuations or continue their job, as a matter of fact, as soon as possible. But let's see how much we can talk to the people here. They're all trying to get back to this street to continue their business, but they will not be allowed. You can imagine how frustrating that can be, Blessing. So just give me a few seconds if you have that few seconds for me, Blessings. All right. So if you just right behind the Cordons area vendors, shop owners who are trying to gain access into their various stores and shops to continue their business. Because honestly, every other person who have no business with what has happened, they have continued doing their business. You can see Lagos Island is bubbling again, compared to what happened last Thursday, where this entire place was empty. But they're all back doing business, and they want to get access into their shops to continue their business, and they will not be allowed. Let's see if we can speak to a few of them to see why they are still standing here and what do they want to do in a building, a distressed area like this. As a matter of fact, do you have a business? Do you have a shop here, sir? Because the question is, why do we still have a lot of persons study? Are they trying to gain access into this place and continue their business?
For a while now, they've lost this place. I don't know the time where the business will start. So I don't know the time where they will start, because that day they need to get them before the business can start.
Do you have a shop here? Were you affected in any way?
It not affect my shop. My shop is the other way. Yeah, my shop is the other way.
Okay. Mommy here is distressed. I'm pretty sure she also wants to try and get access into this place and see if she can continue her business. Mommy, do you have a shop here? Why didn't I allow you in?
Kí president kó ṣàánú wa, gbogbo ṣọ́ọ̀bù wa ti jóná, mi ò rí nǹkankan pin báyìí mi ò rí mú, gbogbo property, gbogbo tí mò ń tà, táwọn ọmọ mi ń fún mi lówó, gbogbo ẹ̀ ti jóná. Kí president kó ṣàánú wa, kó bá wa wá solution.
Well, she's saying that the president, of course, should have mercy on them and see how he can find solution to, in terms of the heavy losses they've all experienced there. She says that she's lost every single thing and she could not even come out with a single pin. And so she's saying that she needs help and see how the authorities could help salvage the situation, and so she can pick up her pieces. Let's talk to more persons very quickly. Do you have a shop here, madam? You want to talk to us? Why are they not allow you into this place? Are you trying to gain access here?
No, we don't have an access because of the building that collapsed last week, Wednesday. Since all this, our business is to be paralyzed. We are not selling anything. Nothing. We are just moving from one place to another in order to seek help from the government. Please, the government should come and help us because of this situation.
Is that why you are here?
Yes, I'm here. My shop is there. I don't have access to my shop. My goods are there. We are not selling anything. That's why I'm standing here seeking for help now.
Wow. Okay, so you have all the cases. Let's talk to madam again. Who else wants to talk to us? So the situation is quite very uninteresting, if you like. While some persons are trying to get access into their shops that are not actually burnt, but of course collateral damage. Since one building is affected, other buildings around, whether it is burnt or affected, and they will also be affected in terms of getting access to the buildings, while others are still mourning their losses. It's really a very strange period. He's also trying to get access into this building, and I'm pretty sure that he will not be allowed. Tell us why you are still here.
What make us we are seeing here, the fire since Wednesday. The fire is too much. So the army police people, they are just blocking everywhere. We don't have access to go to our shop or to bring market to hustle. So since Wednesday we are standing just like that, but we pray to God to make everything to be possible.
Did you lose anything here? What did you lose? How much did you lose?
Many type of goods, many goods condemned. Some even apart from goods, some human being, about 4 people who I know is inside that side. So I don't know what to do. As I'm speaking to, the thing is paining me, but I don't know what to do.
These people that you talked about, are you sure there are people in that building? Do you know them?
I know them very well. About 4 Igbo guys, I know them. Some of my friends, I know them very well. So that they are still inside there.
So you have not seen them since that time?
Because even about 3 guys who I know, Emeka Buka with the other guy, the master of the guy send them to cramp the floor, try from that to throw my goods. So as they're throwing the goods, building from nowhere fall on top of them. So I'm thinking those 3 people is inside there.
Well, blessing, that's another angle to the unfortunate story. Now he's still trapped under that building. Whether they are still alive or not, he doesn't know. As a matter of fact, you did hear when he called a couple of their names to say these guys are still there. They were actually trying to save some of the goods when the building caved in on them, which is quite really unfortunate. Mommy, killer should be by to the first.
Nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ ni pé àwọn ìjọba kọjọ torí Ọlọ́run kó kó bá kọ́ bóyá panápaná síbi tí tó ti ń kọ́ gbogbo plaza yìí torí iná tó ń jó lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ yóò ti pọ̀ jù panápaná tó lè paná ń sìn wọ́n rí wọn pa wọ́n rí náà pa wọ́n máa kọ́ ilé panápaná sáàrin ọjà tí nǹkan yẹn bá ṣẹlẹ̀ lásìkò wọ́n lè tètè máa pa kò ní pọ̀ tó yìí lọ́kọ̀ jọ ẹ̀bẹ̀ là ń bẹ̀ wọ́n kọ́ jọ gbogbo àwọn èèyàn sì wà ń bẹ̀ yẹn ó ṣe bíbẹ̀ yẹn ṣe wo ní kíní yẹn àwọn èèyàn sì wà ń bẹ̀ kọjọ torí Ọlọ́run kí panápaná wà lára nínú ọjà.
ok bọ́ọ̀mì ṣe ní ṣọ́ọ̀pù yìí báyìí díọ̀ sọ.
síbí ni mo ti ń tajà ọjà ọmọ kéékèèké ni mo dẹ̀ ń tà aago àti toothbrush ni mo ń tà àti fìlà Christmas in fact kí ni o ti affect ibi tí mo ti ń tajà gangan lélẹ̀ kọjọ torí Ọlọ́run tó bá lè bá wa shift ẹ̀ síwájú díẹ̀ ká tiẹ̀ tajà new year akàn àbádọ́ ọjà wa sínú store ní àrọ́jà àgbẹ̀ àríkọ̀ kan ṣe kọjọ torí Ọlọ́run kó assist wa kó shift ẹ̀ síwájú díẹ̀ kárọ́jà new year ta èyí náà èrò àwọn tó pàtẹ́gùn èrò jẹ́ kó ráyè tajà kó jọ torí Ọlọ́run kó assist wa kò sí nǹkan tá a fẹ́ ṣe báyìí ẹ jọ torí Ọlọ́run kó assist wa kó shift ẹ̀ síwájú díẹ̀ ká fi lọ́jọ́ ọdún wa ta ẹ jọ torí Ọlọ́run.
So, Blessings, let me quickly interpret what the last two respondents said. Or the first woman said that government should try as much as possible to create room for exigencies like this. I mean, for incidences like this, that instead of being reactive, they should be proactive in terms of putting up safety infrastructures like fire extinguishers around or something that could quickly help in quenching a fire as soon as it happens. Now, she's complaining that if we've had so many incidents of fire on Lagos Island, but the government should begin to do something very fast, so that before help will come, they would, take their own initiatives, by providing some of these exigencies like safety equipment around Lagos Island. While the other woman said that they can't even have a space, although her own shop was not affected, but she can't even get access to get her wares out so she can sell here, and she has to make money, So this is a sad situation. Blessings. A lot of them around me are trying to get access into Martin Street. Martin Street is under lock and key, cordoned up by the police, and they will not get access into this place. Blessings. If you want us to speak to more persons, let's go ahead and do that.
All right, Victor, unfortunately we don't have ample time for that, but we appreciate the response from the people so far. That is Victor Mbadike giving us an update on the fire incident. Unfortunately, this has affected more people than we know. Some people seemingly are still under the rubble, and a lot more people have lost their goods, and quite spot on when they ask that they should have fire extinguishers in the market, because of course it will help douse the tension and reduce the impact of the fires.